Ooh, your friend sit across from you, eyes down, voice just crackling. My pastor supports ICE policies I can't reconcile with my faith. Or maybe it would be the opposite in your case. They continue by saying, I trusted this place. I trusted these people, and now I feel just shattered. That moment, it's heavy. And as an unquittable mentor, you're not there to fix it fast or even defend the church. You're there to come alongside and offer some real healing and help them kind of rediscover purpose without forcing them back through those doors. And if you've ever felt unsure on how to guide somebody through these kind of conversations or church hurt, take a moment, go grab some coffee or some hot tea. Let's unpack this.
When the songs feel empty and the pews feel cold, broken hearts are heavy, burned out, growing old, bored with all the motion, wondering where's the fire. Welcome to the Unquittable Church, where healing rises, rest is found, purpose starts to stir. No more hiding, no more striving in the dark. You're not too far, come alive, ignite your heart. The Unquittable Church, bringing healing, rest, and purpose for the broken, the burnt out, the bored.
At an Unquittable Church, we actually exist to bring some healing, rest, and purpose to those feeling broken, burnt out, and bored with church. And as a mentor, whether you're using our free mentorship guide or maybe you're walking them through the Cast to the Depths series, or you're just being that safe friend, you're not the fixer. You don't have to be the fixer. You're the listener, the encourager, the one who points them towards Christ's mercy when human leaders just disappoint sometimes. And this week, we've been talking about this hurt that comes from disagreements, like a pastor's view on ICE that might clash hard with your mentee's heart. The pain is real, friends. Betrayal, confusion, feeling unseen. But remember, no one, not even pastors, has a monopoly on truth. We're all wrong about some things, right about others. Your job is really just to help them process without quitting on community, and especially quitting on faith. So, if you anchor this in Jude, and I was sharing this short little book here in Jude earlier this week with some folks. Jude actually warns about division and some of that ungodly influences that were starting up in the church. And when you look through like verses 4 through 19, talks about how to deal with that. But it always ends with mercy. Be merciful to those who doubt. Save others by snatching them from the fire. And then to others show mercy mixed with fear. You got to keep caution. Hating even the clothing stained by the corrupted flesh. As a mentor, we have to model this. To hate the stain, that harmful attitude or unloving stance, but we got to show mercy to the person. And you need to help your mentee love the individual while rejecting what wounds. Build them up in faith. Remind them that God keeps us from stumbling. That's verses 24 and 25. This isn't excusing error. It's extending grace so that healing can actually begin. Man, so how do you walk somebody through this? Well, if you were to spend the next few weeks, you can learn and lean on our first two unquittable actions. I talked about this earlier this week. Actively listening and encourage speaking. When it comes to actively listen, brokenness, it actually deepens when people feel unheard. So make sure you're creating space and ask open questions. You can say something like, what part of this hurts the most? What values just feel trampled on? And then listen without jumping to defend the pastor or the church. That's important. You want to be nodding, reflecting back, listening to their heart, not trying to come up with an answer that you're going to spout out real quick. And you can say something like, it feels like you've been feeling unseen through this. And in your hangouts, give them room to be very honest, not fixing anything yet. That it just slows that spiral to hate and hurt. And then the second one is encourage speaking. So many voices, get silenced by shame and fear after church pain, especially through topics like this. So gently invite theirs back. You ask them questions like, what would you want your pastor to understand about your experience? And then, when they're ready, encourage them to actually consider a kind but direct conversation with their pastor or leader. They could frame it, like say something like, hey, I value this community, but this issue is very heavy for me. Can we talk? You're not actually like pushing them to confrontations or anything like that. You're just helping them restore trust through that honest dialogue. Pray together too, okay? Pray after each talk, maybe over Jude's doxology even. Ask, what differences can we live with that's, centered in gospel-centered beliefs, and what differences can we not live with? Help them discern what's navigable, okay? What can you actually get through when it comes to these topics? Show mercy, as best as you can. Sometimes the hurt runs real deep, though, guys. And rest, taking a break from things, that is obedience. It's not necessarily quitting. And if they step back, affirm it. Taking time to heal is wise. And they also have you to help walk them through it. You want to bridge them to things like the Unquittable Church resources and keep them connected to you. You can use things like at becomingunquittable.com. We've got the personal church experience assessment that they can take. And you got the Becoming Unquittable workshop that walks them through those 6 unquittable actions. Maybe even the Cast to the Depths series that's starting here next month in February. But we got some great resources, or find something that will help walk you and just be close friends, pour into each other, pray for each other as they're going through that. It's just, they need you. They need you. So, also, as a mentor, you're not alone in this at all. So by actively listening and encouraging speaking, you're living out Jude's mercy and our mission here at Unquittable Church. You're helping turn brokenness into hope. So keep showing up. You can visit unquittablechurch.com for our mentorship guide. Like and comment your biggest takeaways below, because I want to be praying for each and every one of you. It's really important to me that I'm praying for you and the people you're working with. And together, we're really building unquittable faith journeys. So special, y'all. So have a great week. Cheers.